rise in honor of our country as our LCS band plays our national anthem. For the Cochranton Cardinals, Matt Scully, along with Brian Madonna, along with Ron Newman, representing the Lions. Number 22, Robert Brown, 29. Kevin Oates, along with Todd DeRoss.
I don't know how long it'll take. No. Probably have to go to the other side if you're going to walk.
The Cochranton Cardinals have won the toss and will receive and will defend the north goal. The Lions will be kicking off and defending the south goal. And now introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Cochranton Cardinals. At center, a junior, number 78, Dave Miller. At guard, a freshman, number 56, Jason Miller. At the other guard, Mr. Dick DeAngie. And now the starting lineup for the 1990 edition of the Lions. At center, a junior, number 64, Don Whiteman. At left guard, a sophomore, number 72, Steve Hawthorne. At right guard, a senior, number 61, Adam Phelps. At left tackle, a senior, number 74, Sean Shelato. At tackle, also a senior, number 71, Earl Abbott. Tight end for the Lions, a senior, number 81, Sean Albaugh. At the split end, a freshman, number 40, Mike Drexler. Quarterbacking the Lions, a senior, number 29, Kevin Oates. In the backfield, a junior, number 24, Jamal Strickland. At the slot back, a senior, number 22, Robert Brown. And the Lions fullback, a sophomore, number 43, Mac Dickey. And the head coach for the Lions in his 16th season, Mr. Dan McCullough. Officials for tonight's contest, Bob Heiche, Hank Cocaine, Charles Kalinich, and Walt Karsanovich. Brown's kick comes to Scully at the 17. And Scully to the 30-yard line. In on the tackle, Robert Brown. So Scully brings the ball to the 31-yard line where the Cardinals have a 1st and 10. And the Lions are going to pick up their first penalty of the year. And offsides will cost the Lions 5 yards. Ball at the 36, where it's 1st and 5 for the Cardinals. Full house backfield behind Drazina. And Drazina pitches on the play to Bean. And Bean gets to the line of scrimmage. No pickup on the play. Earl Abbott making that stop for the Lions. 2nd down and 5. Full senior backfield in for the Cardinals, sophomore quarterback. And Drazina pitches this time to Matt Skelly. And Skelly gets about to the 40-yard line. Kevin Oates in on the stop. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 1. Drazina pitches again to Skelly, and Skelly picks up the 1st down. Skelly fumbles the ball on the play, and the Lions come up with the 1st turnover. So Cochranton commits the 1st turnover in the contest. Kevin Oates, 1st time quarterbacking for the Lions, senior. And Oates gives to Jamal Strickland, and Jamal Strickland rambles for 6 yards. Matt Scully finally making the stop on Strickland. Pickup of about 6 yards by Strickland brings up 2nd down and 4. Second and 4. Give again to Strickland. Strickland and Dickey in the backfield. In the slot, Robert Brown. And Kevin Oates on a keeper. Spins and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Skelly along with Ron Newman tripping up Oates on the keeper, brings up 4th and 2. So the Lions faced with a 4th down at the Cardinal 34-yard line. Oates gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all, as the Cardinals have held Jason Miller along with Scully in on the stop, and the Cardinals have a 1st down at the 35. Cardinals have their second possession here in the first quarter. No score. 7.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Drazina pitches once again to Skelly. Skelly to the outside. And Skelly breaks the tackle. Finally run out of bounds by Mike Drexler. We'll see where the spot of the ball is. It is a first down. So Skelly rumbles for about 10 yards on the play. The quickness to the outside picks up the Cardinal. First down here in the first quarter. Dave Miller over that ball for the Cardinals. Drazina, back to pass. Drazina throws and through the hands of Robert Brown. Incomplete forward pass brings up second down and 10 at the 45. Finally, we get a delay of game with the confusion in the Cardinal backfield. So it'll bring up a 5-yard penalty. Their first penalty of the game. Bring up second down and 15. In motion goes Skelly, and the pitch goes to Skelly. And Skelly turning the corner and brought down from behind by Kevin Oates. Penalty flag in the backfield. No. I believe we have a motion penalty going to be charged against the Cardinals. And a 5-yard penalty will back the ball up to the 35-yard line, which will bring up a second down and 20. Second penalty for the Cardinals, who have been penalized 10 yards. And Drazina on a set-up screen goes incomplete. Pass was intended for Brian McDonough. Delayed screen set up on the left side, so bring up a third down and 20.
Good job, Todd. Hold it, boy. Hold it. Don't give up the big play. Play pass. Play pass. Play pass. 20 yards. Good work. Good game.
Third and 20. And the pitch to Scully around the left side. And Scully driven out of bounds by Kevin Oates over there at the 42-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 yards on the play would bring up fourth down and about 14. Punting situation. Punter for the Cardinals will be Brian McDonough. Deep. Brown and Jamal Strickland. Deep, coming Jamal Strickland's way. And Strickland Strickland with the running room. And Jamal Strickland. And Strickland goes 60 yards, about 65 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions draw first blood. 65-yard run by Jamal Strickland puts 6 markers on the board for the Lions. Lions appear to be trying the 2-point conversion. Dickey and Strickland in the backfield behind Oates. And Oates bounces off and tries for the sideline, but is down on the play, and so the point after touchdown goes for naught. And with timeout on the field, the Lions on top by 6-0. Kicks off for the second time. Comes up short towards Scully. Scully picks it on the hop. Reverses his field. And Scully gets to the 37-yard line before being downed by Sean Albaugh. So Drazina puts the Cardinals back in business at the 38. And the give goes this time to Brian McDonough. McDonough off the left side for about 5 yards on the play. 4 yards, we'll call it second down and 6. Todd DeRoss, the big guy for the Lions, making the stop. And a pitch this time goes to Bean. Derek Bean picks up another 2 or 3 yards. Sean Albaugh once again making the stop. Out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Brings up third down and 2. And a pitch to Scully. Scully cuts back inside but drives forward, carrying 2 or 3 Lions. And the Cardinals pick up first down number 2. Skelly once more. And Adam Phelps making a good stop on Matt Scully, but not before Scully picks up a couple 3 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 7. Scully taking the ball across midfield for the first time to the Lions, 47-yard line. Movement all over the field as the handkerchiefs come flying. handball foul. Motion procedure charged against the Cardinals, their third penalty for a total of 15 yards. Brings up second down and about 12. And Drazina back to pass. Drazina being chased and finally driven down on the play by Earl Abbott along with Noel Berkeley. So another loss on the play, about 3 yards. So I'll bring up third and 15. And Matt Scully, the big workhorse, rambles for about 10 yards on the play. Will bring up fourth down and a long 5.
Hi, Terry.
Back deep is Jamal Strickland once again, along with Robert Brown, back around the 20-yard line. And the punt by Brian McDonough comes to Strickland again. And Strickland gets to the outside. Jamal Strickland turns to the ground at about the 23-yard line. Kevin Bruno making that stop. So Bruno, having nothing to do with a big run by Strickland, brings him down at the 23-yard line. 11 yards by Jamal Strickland on the return to the 23. Drexler is split wide on the right side. Oates giving off to Mac Dickey, straight up the middle. Pick up of a couple yards on the play. Second down and 8. Robert Brown coughs up the football, and the Cardinals have it at the Lions 23-yard line. So the Lions come back with their own turnover, allowing the Cardinals good field position. Delay of game is going to cost the Cardinals from the 23 out to the 28-yard line. The fourth penalty against the Cardinals, all for 5 yards for a total of 20. 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Bean in motion. And Bean goes around the left side. And Bean finally run out of bounds as the officials will move the ball to the other end of the field as we reset the clock at the end of quarter number 1. Lions 6 and the Cardinals nothing. First quarter, the Lions, no first downs in that first quarter. However, they picked up 6 yards on Jamal Strickland's 65-yard punt return. Skelly and McDonough in the backfield, and a fumble on the play. Loose ball, and it appears the Cardinals have recovered. Maybe a half a yard pickup on the play to about the 8-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal at the 8. And now the Cardinals have chosen to take their second timeout here in the first half. First and goal, or second and goal from the 8-yard line. And the pitch goes to Scully. Scully to the outside, turns the corner and goes in for the touchdown. As Kevin Oates was not able to hold on, and neither was Todd DeRoss. So Matt Scully blitzes to the outside and knots the score at 6. And the point after touchdown will be attempted by Ron Newman. And penalty flags go up in the air. And we'll check those out. Illegal procedure will cost the Cardinals another 5. And that's the 5th 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals for a total of 25 yards. We'll back it up to the 8-yard line where the point after touchdown. Once again, the holder will be Matt Scully. And Ron Newman will attempt the PAT. Newman goes off to the left. And so with 11:32, the score remains knotted at 6 apiece. And kicking to Mike Drexler on the right-hand side. Drexler breaks the tackle, and finally Scully brings him down at the 38-yard line. Freshman Mike Drexler returns the ball. About 18 or 20 yards to the 38-yard line, where the Lions are still looking for their first down. Oates gives to Strickland. Strickland straight ahead for about a yard or two. Across the 40 to the 41-yard line, the officials spot it, so we'll call it second down and 8. Drexler is split wide on the left. Oates flips over the middle on a delayed draw. Gets to the 45-yard line before being brought down on the play by Chris Cummings. Third down and about 4 for the Lions. Don Whiteman, the center for the Lions, up over the ball. Dickey and Strickland in the backfield. And Oates back to pass. Oates over the top to Brown and through Robert Brown's hand. And Cliff Seibel will be doing the punting for the Lions. And Seibel over to Bean and outbound. Ball being marked at the 25-yard line, where the Cardinals will have the ball for the first time here in the second quarter. This time, the inside handoff goes to McDonough. In on that stop was Adam Phelps after a pickup by McDonough of about 1 yard. Second down and 9. Skelly with the ball. Turns back inside before Robert Brown finally brings him down. Pickup of 4 or 5 yards on the play. Brings up third and about 5. And a pitch to Scully, and Scully tries to turn the corner, breaks the tackle. Sean Albaugh had a first chance at him, but Scully stripped through him before Jamal Strickland finally brings him down. Little gain on the play, so I'll bring up a 4th down.
Hey, John.
And the punt, a big one coming to Strickland, behind Strickland. And Strickland fumbles it, and the Cardinals have the ball at the 30-yard line. And Scully calls a timeout, which will be the final timeout of the first half for the Cardinals. So the Cardinals start at the Lion 30-yard line. Full house between Drazina. And Drazina to throw, and out of bounds. Pass was intended for Scully, and in on the coverage was Jamal Strickland. Second down and 10 at the 30. Drazina on delay to Bean, and Bean rambles for about 4 yards before Robert Brown brings him down, along with Kevin Oates at the 26-yard line. Third down and 6. And the pitch goes to Scully. And Oates trying to get into the backfield, but couldn't do it. Not much pickup on the play. Mike Drexler making that stop on Scully. So it'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and a long 5. Fourth down and a long 5. And movement is on the left side of the line. And it looks like the Cardinals are whistled for number 6. Fortunately for the Redbirds, they've all been 5-yarders. Moves the ball up to the 30-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and 10. And a delay into the backfield. And a couple missed tackles before finally Sean Albaugh puts the hit on. And so the Lions will take over at the 30-yard line. Officials mark it at the 31. Kevin Oates on the keeper, thrown for about a yard loss on the play by Chris Cummings. Bring up 2nd down and 11 as we move inside the 5-minute mark. And Oates gives to Strickland on the delay, on the counter play, and Strickland rambles for about 8. Dave Miller finally makes that stop on Jamal Strickland. So I'll bring up 3rd down at about 4. And Strickland, once again, is off to the races and rambles all the way across midfield to the 47-yard line before Brian McDonough makes the stop. And the Lions pick up their first down. Brown in motion. And the pitch goes to Strickland. Strickland, pickup of about 4 on the play. McDonough in on that tackle for the Cardinals. Shut down the play after a pickup of 3 yards. 3 minutes remaining in the first half, with the score knotted at 6. Oates throws incomplete for Todd DeRoss. Intended receiver, Scully in on the coverage for the Cardinals. Stops the clock and brings up a 3rd down and 7. goes to Strickland, trying to find a hole. Picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play. So the Lions are faced with a 4th down and about 5 at the 42-yard line. Cliff Seibel will be doing the punting for the Lions. Skelly going deep for the Cardinals. And a fair catch is called for by Skelly. Keeping in mind the Cardinals have used all 3 timeouts here in the first half. 2-minute change. So we're glad to recognize him tonight and wish him a happy birthday. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play brings up 2nd down and 5. And the Lions have called a timeout with 3rd down and about 1 at the 20-yard line. Third down and 1 with 84 ticks on the clock remaining here in the first half. And straight ahead for, I believe, another first down, which would be number 4 for the Cardinals. Here in the first half, the Lions are in with 1 first down. First down for the Cardinals at the 25-yard line. Breaks to the outside, and Skelly, Robert Brown is the only one, and finally drives him out of bounds at the 25-yard line with 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Keeping in mind the Cardinals have no timeouts remaining. Skelly all the way down to the line, 25, before Robert Brown drives him out of bounds. 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back to pass, throws over the top, and incomplete. Stops the clock with 4 seconds remaining. Bruno had the ball, could not maintain control as he headed for the end zone. Stops the clock with 4 seconds remaining. This should be the final play in the first half. Second down and 10 is immaterial with 4 seconds remaining. And the pitch. And that ends the first half as both teams head for the locker room. We remain tied at Linesville 6 and the Cochranton Cardinals 6. Keep in mind that there is a lot of refreshments at the booth downstairs, as well as we'd like you all to enjoy.
Presenting the 1990 edition of the Cochranton Cardinal.
And the Lions will be receiving here in the second half. And the ball comes to Mike Drexler. Drexler gets across the 35-yard line to about the 37-yard line. In on that stop was Dave Rudy. So the Lions, who could only come up with one first down in the first half, go on offense with the score knotted at 6. And a pitch to Jamal to the outside, and Strickland picks up about 2 yards on the play. Second down and 8. And Oates, with no place to run, keeps it himself. Picks up about 3 yards. To throw, and picked off by Scully, and Robert Brown finally drags Matt Scully down, but the Lions come up with a second turnover. Check at the third turnover for the Lions tonight. This time we'll give the Cardinals the ball at the 37-yard line. And a wide pitch to Scully to the outside. And Drexler goes out and dives under Scully's feet and takes him down. A gain of about 1 by Matt Scully brings up 2nd down and 9. The ball spotted at the 37-yard line. And a wide pitch and a throw. And pass is complete. However, there's a penalty flag on the field. And the illegal motion charged against the Cardinals will bring it back. As the penalty flag went early, as the illegal procedure flag was thrown in the backfield prior to the pass, and it's all for naught. As the halfback pass was perfect to Scully for the touchdown, but only to be brought back. So instead of a 6 points, it's 5 yards penalty. Seven 5-yard penalties against the Cardinals, and this time it goes Matt Scully carries that ball back to the original line of scrimmage, so it brings up 3rd down and 10. The ball at the 37-yard line. Back to pass, looks and throws complete to Bean. And Bean dives to the 30-yard line, but it'll still be short of a 1st down. Adam Phelps in on this stop as Paul Drazina completes a pass, this time to Derek Bean. But a pickup of only a couple yards on the play brings up 4th down and 4. Drazina pitches to Scully and Drexler, and a penalty flag. And unfortunately, where the penalty flag is, it would appear the Lions will be charged with a personal foul, which would give the Cardinals a 1st down. So the Lions shoot a hole in their foot, as the Lions would have had the football. And now the Cardinals not only have the football, but a 1st down at the 25-yard line. Second penalty against Linesville, this one for a big 15 yards, and more importantly, gives the ball to the Cardinals. An inside pitch by Scott Baker. McDonough carries that ball. Pickup of 5 by McDonough, and a whole host of Lion tacklers at the 15-yard line. Drazina it'll be about a yard short as there's official timeout and a Lion is down on the ground. Saturday afternoon. Robert Brown coming off the field. And a fumble on the play, but recovered. So it appears that they've moved the spot back about a foot, so it'll bring up 4th down in a long yard.
Everything else is that bus.
4th down in a long yard, and Scully into the middle and picks up the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and goal. Number 6 for the Cardinals. As they spot the ball, we'll have to check it. Maybe outside the 10-yard line. It's just outside the 10. First down and goal. Or 1st and 10. It appears that there can be a 1st down inside the 1-yard line. And a host of Lions stack up the left side of the line. A gain of about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. And the pitch comes outside to Scully, and Scully drives all the way for the touchdown. As Matt Scully picks his way Matt Scully rambling 10 yards for the touchdown, as Matt Scully has put on a performance. And the Cardinals have decided to call timeout with 4:25 remaining here in the 3rd. And the Cardinals appear to be going for a 2-point conversion. Grazina throwing the pass. And the official mentions that it is good. The pass went from Grazina to Bruno for the 2-point conversion. And so with 4:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Cardinals go on top 14-6. And Drexler once again brings the ball back up the field. Drexler finds a hole. And Drexler brings the ball to the 40-yard line. Kevin Bruno making the stop. Oates on a pitch to Jamal Strickland, and Strickland driven out of bounds after a pickup of 8 or 9 yards on the play. to Drexler. Drexler picks up the first down and gets inside the 40-yard line. Brian McDonough. Bonnie runs freshman Mike Drexler out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Lions pick up their second first down. And Oates on a keeper. Kevin Oates picks up 8 more yards as the Lions rumble to the 32-yard line. Paul Drazina once again making the stop. So as the Lions get scored on here in the third, they come back and put together a scoring drive. That now has the Lions with a second down and 2 at the Cardinal 32-yard line. Oates gives it to the second man through. Drexler, the second man through the line, picks up 1 yard on the play, brings up third down and 1. Ball sitting just outside the Cardinal 30-yard line. And Oates on the keeper. Oates driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line as the Lions pick up another first down. So Kevin Oates, the senior quarterback, used a stiff arm to pick up the first down, and now the Cardinals have taken their second time out here in the second half. So with 2:45 remaining in the third quarter, the Cardinals 14 and the Lions 6. First down at the Cardinal 25. Oates gives to the first man through. Mac Dickey. Dickey ahead for a couple of yards. McDonough making that stop for the Redbirds. And Oates on a keeper, and into the backfield was Dave Miller along with Don Harvey. So the Lions on the quarterback keeper take a 7-yard loss on the play. Will bring up third down and 14. Oates, back to pass. Oates breaks the tackle. Kevin Oates breaks to the outside and appears to pick up a first down as Kevin Oates goes back to pass and then broke through the middle and broke 2 or 3 tackles. And the Lions pick up the 4th first down as Kevin Oates rambles all the way to the 14-yard line. First down at the 14. And Oates once more. Chris Cummings breaks through for the Cardinals. Loss of 3 yards on the play brings up second down and 13. Lions can pick up a first down at about the 3. pass was intended on the play for Jason Dietz, who got unloaded on about the 7-yard line. .39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lions facing a big third down. And screen pass to Dickey. And Dickey brought down from behind. Scully brings him down at the original line of scrimmage. So the Lions are faced with a 4th and 10 at the 13-yard line. Fourth down and 10. And Mike Drexler is thrown for a loss of about 4 yards on the play, and so the Cardinals will take over at the Lions 17-yard line, at the Cardinals 17-yard line. As the quarter ends, they head for the other end of the field, and the Cardinals in the third quarter have moved on top. Cardinals now go on offense at about the 17-yard line. McDonough carries that ball out to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Official timeout on the field for equipment. 2nd down and 3 at the 25-yard line. Third down and 1. And a pitch on the play. McDonough picks up the first down for the Cardinals. Their 7th of the evening. Brings the ball out to the 32-yard line. Fumble on the play. And the Cardinals come up with it, and a gain of a yard or 2. Carries the ball, gain of a yard or 2, brings up a 3rd down. 40 to the 42-yard line. Comes to Robert Brown. Brown retreats, breaks a tackle, and Robert Brown gets to the 38-yard line. So the Lions go back on offense here in the fourth quarter at their own 38-yard line. And head coach Dan McCullough is signaling for his team for a timeout. And so there's timeout will be charged to the Lions as the Cardinals. 8:37 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lions need a touchdown. First down from the 37. And a new quarterback into the ball game. Lenny McCullough, freshman quarterback, into the contest for the Lions. Pickup of about 3 or 4 yards on the play brings up second down. McCullough back to pass. McCullough throws. Intended for another freshman, from one freshman to another. But the ball came up a little short and was knocked down by Derek Bean. Will bring up a third down. Faced with a 3rd and 7, and the Lions have called their second timeout. Third down for the Lions as we're inside the 8-minute mark. And McCullough back to pass, throws, dips it past Robert Brown's ear, and so the Lions are faced with a 4th down. Cliff Seibel punting from his own 30-yard line. And it's blocked. Still loose. For the Cardinals at the 47-yard line, and the pitch goes Skelly rambles for about 7 yards on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 3. In with 132 yards in the contest so far. And more on the way as Skelly once again comes close to a first down. And Matt Skelly does pick up another first down, the 8th for the Cardinals. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play by McDonough. Adam Phillips making the stop for LCS. And the pitch goes to Scully. And Scully heads for the sideline. Finally running out of bounds by Mike Drexler. Skelly comes. McDonough picking up the first down and getting down to the Linesville 31-yard line. And the Cardinals come in with their 9th first down. McDonough once again. And it is caught down at the 9-yard line as Jason Dietz was in on coverage, but Scott Baker held on to the football and picked up the 10th first down for the Cardinals. Skelly breaks it to the 5-yard line. And the Lion coaching staff calling a timeout here, trying to get the water stopped as the Cardinals are knocking at the door. Second down and goal at the 5-yard line. And a pitch to Scully. And Scully heading for the corner. And Scully in for the touchdown. Matt Scully, Matt Scully in with over 160 yards tonight. And now the Cardinals call a timeout. The Cardinals will attempt a 2-point conversion. And Scully stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. So with 3:23 remaining, the Cochranton Cardinals 20 and the Linesville Lions 6. kicking off. And picked up by Mike Drexler. Drexler looking for a block. Mike Drexler picks up a block. And Drexler all the way to the 47-yard line. Freshman Mike Drexler brings that ball all the way to the 47-yard line. Freshman quarterback in there for the Lions, Lenny McCullough. And McCullough has trouble with the snap. Wisely jumps on the ball. So bring up 2nd down and 10. Officials marking a 1-yard loss on the play, brings up 2nd down and 11. Lions will return home 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight against league favorite, the Conneaut Valley Indians. 2 weeks from tonight, they will take on the powerhouse from up north, the Conneaut Valley Indians. 2 weeks from tonight. McCullough, back to pass. McCullough, whoa, intercepted and a penalty flag. Paul Drazina picked off that McCullough pass. Penalty flag on the field, and ineligible receiver downfield will be the call. Obviously will be declined by the Cardinals since Paul Drazina intercepted that McCullough pass. And so the Cardinals, as we approach the 2-minute mark, have the ball at the 44-yard line. Penalty flag for delay of game will be charged against the Cardinals. Nine penalties against the Cardinals. Moore picks up the 5 yards, plus another 3. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play. And probably puts Matt Skelly across the 170-yard mark. Blitz came up the middle for the Lions, first time tonight. And no gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down as we're inside the final minute. Don't forget, the Lions travel next Saturday night for the home opener for the Conneaut Lake Indians. Game time 8 o'clock. Return home 2 weeks from tonight to take on the Conneaut Valley Indians. Reminder, any of the boosters that can please stick around for 5 or 10 minutes following the game. The boosters do an outstanding job of picking up the paper and litter right after the game. So please, anyone that can stick around for 5 or 10 minutes, please help out the boosters who do so much for our football program. Help pick up the paper and cans following the game. Be certainly appreciated. Keep that in mind. Punt the football that will roll dead. So the Lions at their own 21-yard line will have perhaps time for one play. Don't forget, anyone that can stick around for 5 or 10 minutes and help out the boosters, take down things, pick up paper and cans would certainly be appreciated. Clock's moving inside 9 seconds. And the Cardinals have picked up their first win of the year. And the Lions, their first loss. So the final score, the Cochranton Cardinals pick up their first win by beating the Lions by a score of 20-6. Good luck to both of these teams as the Lions travel next week to Conneaut Lake. Don't forget, anyone that can help out the boosters, please stick around. Thank you and have safe travels.